Are you ready for a challenge? Think you can identify famous buildings from pop culture? Try guessing this iconic structure and let us know in the comments how long it took you to figure it out. Let's see who can get it right. Remember, honesty is the best policy. Now with that out of the way, let's play
Guess That Build!
Let me start off by saying that this build took me over 4 hours. I don't know about you, but I never thought I was one of those people that could build for hours on end. I watch simmers like Lil Simsy on stream, and I always thought, how do you spend so long on a build without getting bored and giving up? And it wasn't until I started recording my own builds that I realised that I actually spend quite a long time doing it too. Probably the reason why when I want to just jump into a game, I just hop into the gallery and rely on you lovely people who upload your fabulous builds so that I don't have to. But obviously for this build we are motivated by trying to make it as accurate as possible and as similar as we can to the inspiration. So hopefully by the end you think that I've done a good job. I think I did alright. I'm pretty pleased with it. We are inspired by the recent release of the For Rent pack, and we are making an apartment building, which is fun. So if we were to ever play in this build, we could take full advantage of having multiple units and only having to play one household at a time. It is 3 stories plus the roof, which I'm working on right here, as you can see. I tried to get it to be as accurate to what we see and what we know from the build. I did have to take some creative liberties here and there because I chose the lot because of its location, because I think it's fairly close to the setting. So I wanted to pick it, but the lot was a little small, so we had to mess with the proportions a little bit and shrink it down more than I would have liked. Like for example, we had to make the bedrooms quite a bit smaller than I would have wanted to. And back downstairs now, and we are working on the ground floor here, which is not actually where it is in the inspiration, but I felt that this part was too important to leave out, so we've again taken some creative liberties and I've included it in the ground floor because I didn't think I should leave this build out. And we've got a step up to the doorway, which will be on the diagonal that you can see there. And we got some nice pillars in there. And it's got some bathrooms out the back, so that should be nice and helpful. I was originally trying to make the entryway to the apartment building small so that I could fit more space in this build that I'm doing now, but later on I expand it out and make it like a proper entrance so that it looks a bit more like an actual entrance. Jumping upstairs again now, we are working on the first unit, which is probably enough to give you the answer anyway. I'm hoping anyway. Who knows? Now we've got it lit up, we can actually see what we're doing, so that's cool. Getting some window seating in over there, overlooking the balcony, and working on the kitchen now. I did originally want to have the sink in the corner, but obviously you can't really do that easily in The Sims, and I wanted the sink to be functional, so we've got the sink to the side there, which isn't where it's supposed to be, but it's The Sims and that's all I could do. And now we're just working on a dining table with an eclectic mix of chairs. And this is another thing that's a shame about having to shrink everything down a bit, is that I had to get rid of some of the chairs because it just wasn't going to work with all those chairs. And now, to try and get some more space back, we're just shrinking the bedrooms down again and moving things around a little bit, getting a nice little seating area with a nice sofa. I tried my best to replicate the furniture as closely as I could, but obviously I had to just go with what we had available for some of it, so maybe it doesn't match as close as I would like. But I think overall it looks pretty good. Adding some nice doors to the bedrooms. And now we're going to furnish them. Again, having to shrink the building down sort of reduced my ability to copy the rooms as closely as I would have liked to, but I think it does enough. Very important poster for that room. I thought it was very fitting for the character that uses that room. Just adding some nice brickwork to the outside and filling in that gap on the bottom so that it makes sense from the outside. And adding some banisters now to the stairs because safety. Oh, here and there you're going to see some freezers lying around. I spent a long time trying to make the freezers work, and I just couldn't. The building that I'm trying to do here does have freezers around the edge at the top, but I couldn't make them go where I wanted to. They kept appearing inside the building, and I tried deleting them one at a time, and they just weren't playing ball, so I had to give up in the end, and I've cut out all that footage for you so you don't have to suffer like I did. And we are well into the second unit decorating here. All important lazy boys going in now. And obviously I could not forget the foosball table. And I'm hoping by this point you know what I'm building, but if not, hopefully you'll get some more clues. Adding in some upper cabinets into the kitchen here. I think I forgot to do the ones in the first unit. I'd have to look at the reference pictures to show, but they look a little bit empty, but I mean, I spent a long time on this build. I'm bound to forget something. Furnishing in the first bedroom of this unit now. Had to go simple again just because of the lack of space, unfortunately. I'm not sure whether it's better and maybe you could let me know. I don't know whether it's better to try and match the location to the inspiration, or whether just build on the biggest lot I can, just to try and get a more accurate build. Let me know what you think. Adding in all the windows now. There's tons, and I'm not going to make you sit and watch all of that. You can just imagine. And now we are on the final room of the build that you will see. I did finish up the other units so that it's a fully fleshed out building. I will be uploading it to the gallery in about a week's time, just to give people a chance to guess. But yeah, so after a week I'll upload it to the gallery and you can use it to your heart's content. So if you want to download it, it will be there. Just look for my name, PlayCozy00, and it should be there, if I remember. Adding some cabinets into the coffee shop downstairs, and the all-important till, because you know you got to make your money somewhere. Now I wanted to make a mirrored like coat rack, so we've sort of mixed and matched a few bits together to get that effect over by the door there. But I think it looks quite cute in the end, to be honest. Adding some little coffee shop style decorations here and some more furniture to make this a really cozy space. I think those rugs are perfect for the feel of this build. They just give it like a warm, cozy vibe, and that's exactly what we're going for here. Adding some edging to the platform so that it matches. Going for some darker wood. Just some basic decoration in the bathroom, nothing too special. Just adding in plenty of decorations into the downstairs here. We're almost towards the end now, wrapping up the build. Just moving some decorations and lights around, trying to make it feel super cozy. Some nice menu boards and posters. And finishing off the outside now, trying to make it fit in a little bit more. Well, there you have it. How did you do? For those that managed to guess that build, this is for you. I'm really hoping there's some of you out there. After all, this whole series hinges on people being able to guess it. So please let me know how you did in the comments. Also, I'd love to hear of any suggestions you have for iconic builds you'd like me to do in the future. Thanks for watching. Stay cozy, everyone.